So first you're going to draw the unit circle with a triangle in it with 30 degrees. And since you know that the radius is 1, so that is the hypotenuse. And since it's going to be a 30, 60, 90 triangle, you're going to use a theorem which states that the hypotenuse will be 1, or the hypotenuse is going to be 2x, the shorter angle is going to be x, and the other side is going to be x rad 3. And since you know that the hypotenuse is going to be 1, you set the equation 1 equals 2x. And to get x by itself, you get x equals 1/2. Can anybody else finish the question?
Since sine is opposite over hypotenuse, so opposite would be x over hypotenuse, which is 2x, which is, after you plug it in, you'll get 1/2 for sine. And then cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, which is x rad 3 over 2x. After plugging 1/2 into it, you get rad 3 over 2.
So with drawing the unit circle, it's going to be the same as if you're drawing it as a 30 degree, but instead it's going to be a 60. And since it's still going to be a 30, 60, and 90 theorem, everything is just switched around because of your perspective and where you look at. And now since you're looking at 60 degrees, that's going to be 60, this would be 30, and that's going to be 90. The hypotenuse is still going to stay the same as a 2x. The shortest side is going to be x, and the other side is going to be x rad 3. Can anybody finish solving this triangle?
Since the radius of a unit circle is 1 and this triangle's hypotenuse is 2x, you make them equal to each other to scale it out. And then when you solve for x, it becomes 1/2. And then you can use this to find sine and cosine of 60 degrees. So since sine is opposite over hypotenuse, you would put x rad 3 over 2x. And when you plug it in, it becomes rad 3 over 2. Of course, you can also simply cancel out the x and you'll get the same answer. As for cosine, it's adjacent leg over the hypotenuse, so it will become x over 2x, and when you plug it in, you'll get 1/2, and when you simply cancel out the x's, you'll still get 1/2.
So if you're drawing the unit circle, you're drawing it at 45 degrees. And just like the 30, 60, 90 theorem, there's a theorem for 45. It's a 45, 45, 90. And this states that the hypotenuse is going to be x rad 2, and both of the legs are going to be x. Can you finish
So
solving
since
this?
you know that in a unit circle the radius is 1, the hypotenuse is also 1. So you make it 1 equals x rad 2. And x equals rad 2 over 2. And then to find sine, it's opposite over hypotenuse, so sine is x over x rad 2. And then I plugged it in and got rad 2 over 2 over rad 2 over 2 times rad 2. And then it just equals rad 2 over 2. And for cosine, you do the same.
So using what you learned, figure out what's the sine to 10. You're on the right track, but that is incorrect. Can anybody else solve it?
So her answer is, it should be -1/2, not just half. And this is why. All students take calculus. So it goes like this. All is in the first quadrant, students is in the second quadrant, take is in the third quadrant, and calculus is in the fourth quadrant. So basically it stands for what you think it is. All means that sine, cosine, and tangent are all positive. S means sine, so basically only means that sine is positive. T means tangent, so only tangent is positive. And C means cosine, so only cosine is positive. So basically, because of that, since sine 210 is in here, that means it's negative because it's not a tangent.
Good job, that's the right answer. If you're wondering about tan, come check out our website.